Hello guys, this will show you how to create a quick wire kit. Have two plugs and then have a wire in between, how to quickly reuse that. My preferred method for it. So first I'll create what I want to use. So I'll go ahead, for example, create, let's say, a circle. Put that right here. And I'm going to go ahead and then use radial array. I'm going to set it to 3. I'm going to have 3 like that, and I'm going to go ahead and create, let's say, a polygon. Click in the middle here. And I'm going to hold shift and then use the mouse wheel down to create a triangle like this. If you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to check out the description where I have links to more advanced courses such as on sci-fi design, futuristic vehicles, furniture, and more comprehensive advanced courses. Alright, I'll go with that. Now I can select this and just press D to extrude up. I can now, for example, delete the original lines here. Or you can keep them if you like. Alright, now I'll go ahead and select all this. And let's say fill it that. Alright, let's say this will be one end of the plug right here that I used. Alright, this would be a plug object. Then we can go ahead, guys, and make, maybe if you want, make it a little bit more interesting. How? Well, for example, we can have a little bit of a subtracting boolean here. Now, something like that would make it look more interesting. Maybe a little bit of a box thing here. Alright, and now guys, how do we get this on the other sides? Well, I can, for example, create a line here. Like that. Now I can go ahead and press C. Nothing happens, but when you activate extend, it cuts it away like this. I'm also going to R for rotate, V for custom pivot, and then rotate this on, well, in this case, the y-axis. And I'm going to cut this way like so. We are now left with this, and I can now array this around the middle. All right. And let me do the same for this as well. I'm just adding a little bit of detail, guys, for more interesting results. Alright, this will be our initial plug. Alright, so with this selected, I will go ahead and I'll make backups just in case. Always good to have a backup. And I will QQ this together. I will select this here. And I will EDB for a new object. Hold down Alt, select this, and then we're going to go ahead and instance it. We're going to go ahead and push inwards. And so let's make this like a rubber wire, rubber material. Like that. Alright, this will be the start. We can also, for example, move it inwards a little bit as well. Select this and then that, Q for union, but a T to keep the object. So we've got this, we got that. Now we're ready to go ahead and I'll put Alt X, put that right there. I'll deselect this and I'll G and then Z move that up. Alright, we're almost done with the kit, guys, but one thing to do is to also have, well, let's see here. Let's say we have a Boolean where this we can plug into. Right, and that would be as simple as, let's say this right here. I'll EDB for a new object. I'll select that new object, GZ. Alright, this object will plug into there. Let me go ahead and do Alt-X, select the surface, deselect, move it up. Alright, now I like to have a series of little splines I can use to loft it. So I'll select this, I'll hold down Alt and left click this, and then Shift D to make a copy of that. I will then use the rectangular array, and I'll go into one of these viewports here, and I'll have, let's say, how much you need, guys. Let's go with 5, for example, but you can have more or less depending on how long this will be. Alright guys, so this is an example of a tube kit that I like to use. How do we use this? Well, first of all, I'll just make a copy of this. Alright, let's say for example we have two objects to connect this to. We'll have a box. This can be, for example, a robot or a character or a device, anything. Alright, sometimes the orientation gets messed up, so just press W and perhaps Alt-V to move back to defaults. So let's say I want to go ahead and have a connecting from the middle of this box to this cylinder right here. I'll select this, I'll press Control D, I'll select, let's say, the bottom of this, and I'll put that right there. I'll have to flip that. Actually, let's select all the, let's press 5 to select all of our objects, all of our selection modes. So make sure everything's selected, Control D. Now actually, we could just use this, guys, so we don't need to, we can just delete that, since I'm going to be using Control D. Alright. Now put that right there. I have to flip that, maybe move it inwards a little bit. Alright, that's going to be the original placement. Initial placement. Now I'll select that and I'll subtract that. So, oops, that's the wrong one. Let me undo that. Alright, so here's the problem, guys. In order to make this a better insertion object, I need to go ahead and delete this. Here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and hold down Alt here to delete this. And there you go. Alright. Same for this right here. So that's just kind of a little mistake. Don't forget to go back to your original object here and delete that as well. Plasticity here is very efficient, so it's very easy just to undo that. Alright. Now we have an initial entry point for this. And we can go ahead and, for example, chamfer to give this more of a, like it's plugged in there. Next, I'll select, let's say, these objects. And now I'll put this where it needs to go in here. I can use Control D, or I can manually rotate it and put it over there. Sometimes it may be easier just to kind of manually put it in there. We're going to go ahead and boolean that away. Now I have a place where it's plugged in. Alright, so the trick, guys, is all you got to do now is, you can of course use the loft tool, but what I like to do, guys, is just to kind of rotate things into place until I have the wires exactly how I want them to be. We can also just delete things if we don't like them. If we have too many, I mean. So you can kind of customize where you want this placed. I'm just using RR to rotate in screen space. All right, I'll select this and this, and Alt J that, and delete this. Now I'll select this, hold down Alt to select this whole loop, and hold down Shift Alt to add to this. Now press L for loft. That gives me this. All right, I can kind of see what's happening here, see what's happening there. I can select all this, maybe starting with this, and I can press J to unite it together. And there you go. Now we have a solid right here and a solid right there. And so guys, this is a method I like to use. You can also, of course, guys, use the loft another way, a sweep feature. All right, so that's one method, guys. You can also use the loft feature. So for example, if I were to duplicate this real quick, or I should say, sorry, the sweep feature. So I'll select, for example, this, and I'll go ahead and Shift D that. All right, so I've got this little thing here. And then I'll go ahead and, for example, create a line here using, let's say, the curve here. Now I'll select this edge. I'll go ahead and press F, SW for sweep, select the sweep tool. All I gotta do is select that, and that is another way to do it right there, guys. So it depends on what you prefer. I like to use the method where I arrange the shapes myself, but if you want, you can also use the sweep. So guys, that's how you can create a nice little kit you can use to position things. Thank you for watching, and take care.